Hi, this is Mike Pettigrew, and I have a question for you. What do you believe is holding you back from achieving your life's biggest goals? What is it that is stopping you from taking a leap forward and achieving your life's biggest dreams? Now, many people, when they're asked this question, they'll say that it's some event or situation that they're currently experiencing that is stopping them, that is preventing them from achieving their biggest goals in life. But when you examine this from a deeper perspective, it's usually nothing to do with circumstances. It's nothing to do with current circumstances that stop most people from achieving their life's biggest dreams. As Henry Ford, the creator of the motor car, once said, "Whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right." So what I'm saying here is that rather than circumstances, because there are innumerable examples of people transforming their circumstances, changing horrendous circumstances to achieve phenomenal success in their lives. So what it really comes down to is your beliefs, what you believe is possible or impossible for you. And a long time ago, there was a man by the name of Maxwell Maltz, Dr. Maxwell Maltz, and he was one of the early pioneers of cosmetic surgery. And what Maxwell Maltz discovered was quite remarkable. He discovered that people's perception of themselves, their self-image, is what enables amazing things to happen in a person's life. For example, he wielded his magic wand, his scalpel, and he made people who were disfigured in accidents beautiful again. And what Maxwell Maltz discovered, amazingly, is that even though he made people who are disfigured in accidents beautiful again, in many cases their lives were completely transformed. They became more confident, they became more outgoing, they felt good about themselves. They're restoring their beauty, totally transformed their personality. On the other hand, there were many people who, even though he made them beautiful again, their lives did not change. Their inner scars were what held them back dramatically. Even though he restored their beauty, nothing remarkable would change in their lives. Their personality wouldn't change. They wouldn't have any more confidence if those inner wounds were not attended to. So what I'm saying here is that our circumstances, they may be very difficult right at this moment. You may be in a situation that's very painful. You may feel trapped. You may feel fenced in from all angles. However, when you change your dominant thoughts and your dominant emotions and your beliefs, that can absolutely change everything. Your dominant thoughts and your dominant emotions, it's been my experience, our dominant thoughts and our dominant emotions actually affect everything that happens to us. I was in a terrible situation many years ago. My dominant thoughts and dominant emotions were pretty negative because I had been successful, but I had made some huge, very bad investments. So I trusted the wrong people, and I went from being a millionaire to losing absolutely everything and not being able to feed my wife or our baby who had just been born. And my dominant thoughts and emotions that I was transmitting out into the universe were very, very negative. And that made the situation far worse. It stopped the situation improving. So I did what today I call my crazy gratitude experiment. And I've talked about this in a lot of other videos. But basically, every 30 minutes of the day, I would choose to bring up a feeling of gratitude. Every 30 minutes of the day. And after a while, it became completely authentic gratitude. It wasn't artificial manufactured gratitude. After even only one day, I started getting very proficient at this. And after 2 or 3 days, I started experiencing amazing synchronicities and coincidences that affect me profoundly to this day. And everything changed. Everything started to change when I changed my dominant thoughts and my dominant emotions. And it's been my experience that our dominant thoughts and our dominant emotions don't just affect our actions, but they profoundly affect everything around us. It's like the universe is a giant mirror of how we are inside. And I've had the great fortune to have been trained by some remarkable teachers during my lifetime. And one of these great teachers is Dr. Harry Oldfield in the United Kingdom. And his work has been featured many times on the Discovery Channel because he's the inventor of amazing, groundbreaking technologies. And one of those technologies is the PIP scanner, the PIP scanner, the Poly Contrast Interference Photography scanner. And the PIP scanner is just an ordinary computer connected to an ordinary video camera, but it's running very special software. And this software analyzes reflections of light from the human body, and in effect it actually shows up on a normal computer screen this energy field that surrounds all living organisms. And you can see on this computer screen the energy field around a human being. You can see energy pulsating along what's known in Chinese medicine as meridians. You can see the energy pulsing along, and you can see the effects of a person's thoughts on their own body and the energy flow around their body, but you can also see the effects of another person's energy on you, or rather another person's thoughts towards you. So if you have someone gifted in healing, you can see energy moving from that person to another person and how it affects their body. And this is science. This isn't airy-fairy new age stuff. This is cutting-edge science. And you can see this on a computer screen. Then you have the research of Japanese researcher Massaro Emoto. And many years ago, he conducted thousands of experiments watching the crystallization of freezing water, the patterns. Just like you have snowflakes, every snowflake is completely different. When frozen water starts to crystallize, it can form beautiful crystalline formations or quite ugly crystalline formations. But the interesting thing is that Massaro Emoto discovered that when emotions of love, gratitude, and all the higher emotions are projected to crystallizing water samples, the crystal formations turned out to be absolutely beautiful, whereas feelings of anger and frustration and resentment projected towards these samples of water as they started to crystallize, the crystals became stunted and ugly. And he repeated these experiments thousands of times, not just with himself projecting emotions and thoughts to water samples, but also with other fellow researchers thousands of times, and exactly with the very same conclusion, the very same findings, that our thoughts and emotions actually affect physical matter. So I invite you to really look into this in more detail, because you owe it to yourself to create all your life's biggest dreams, and you can, providing you uncover the impediments to your success and achievement of your goals, because there are all sorts of beliefs and thoughts that you carry within yourself, both consciously and subconsciously, that are holding you back. And there are very effective and simple ways of uncovering those blocks to your success. And I go into this in all my courses and in many other of my videos and podcasts. So in a nutshell, what I'm saying is your dominant thoughts and your dominant emotions create the circumstances of your life. Draw into your life your experiences, both positive and negative. And if you want to achieve your life's biggest goals, you've got to start in here. You can run around, you can make all sorts of incredible actions, but unless you overcome the internal programming, you might say, that believes you're not capable, very little can happen. But when you start working on your inner life, and it's very easy to do when you know how, then what happens in your external environment changes very powerfully and very quickly. So thanks so much for joining me today, and I look forward to speaking with you again very soon. I really do hope you've enjoyed this episode, and before I go, I have a very special offer for you which I'll explain in a moment. But before I do, I just want to say that if you've enjoyed this episode, then please do give us a like below this video, because when you do this, it enables other people to also benefit from it. Of course, if you'd like to leave a comment, then you're most welcome to do so, and I'll be really happy to hear from you. Now, if you're watching this episode on YouTube, please do remember to subscribe to my channel. And you can also listen to my Transformation and Empowerment podcast on iTunes. Now, let me tell you about the special gift I mentioned a moment ago, because if you go to my website right now at transformandempower.com, then you can get immediate access to my special free gift. And I'm giving away a free report and audiobook that will help you to start achieving your life's biggest goals in the next 30 days. You'll also get my free video training course so you can break through everything that's been holding you back and finally experience the success and happiness that you deserve. So please visit transformandempower.com right now and pick up your free gifts. Once again, thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to serving you again soon.